Many thanks for that. Well, you can't move more than a few yards through Liverpool without being reminded about the Beatles. This year is the 70th anniversary of John Lennon's birth, and it's also 30 years since he was murdered in New York. Yoko Ono is marking both of those anniversaries by releasing her late husband's music in a remastered format. And she's been back in Merseyside this month, honouring Lennon's memory, visiting John's childhood home and his old primary school. Yoko Ono came into the studio recently, and I began by asking her what, if anything, Liverpool still meant to her.
I have such an incredible relationship with Liverpool now for over 10 years, and so I feel, whenever I go there, I feel it's very warm.
When you go there, do you still feel that the sort of famous Liverpool Scouse energy is crackling away?
Well, definitely, there's an incredible energy there, very young energy, but also it's a very beautiful city now.
And John Lennon himself was obviously always proud of being a Liverpool boy. Did he talk about it much? Did he think about Liverpool much?
Always.
He always went back to Liverpool in his head?
Yes, of course he was. 1 foot in Liverpool all the time. And especially in New York City, he felt that it was very Liverpool.
Since we last talked, there's been a couple of films out, including Nowhere Boy,
yes.
Set in Liverpool.
I think it's a fantastic film, don't you?
Yeah. Absolutely. And Kristen Scott Thomas played the famous Aunt Mimi.
Yes.
Who you knew, didn't you?
Yes, and she was a beautiful, very elegant lady.
Yes.
And I had a very good relationship with her.
And this year also sees, of course, the re-release of a lot of the albums.
That's true.
His albums and the albums that you did together. Are they going to sound different? Are they going to... I mean, they've been digitally enhanced, whatever you do to albums these days.
We tried a few times before this, and it's just this time it's very good because we finally went back to the original CD that John was, not CD actually, it was an LP that John made, and the original tracks. And we remastered that, which is... what we should have done all this time.
Yes, and he was on quite a fast musical journey at the time. He would have been 70 this year, of course, which is quite a thought. What do you think he would have been like at 70?
Well, I think he would have been very strong, going very strong and creative still. But I think that he would be very, very interested in playing the computer. Yeah. Because he always jumped on some new media, and that's a very interesting media. We were saying global village. It's going to be a global village in the 60s. Yeah. And he would be saying, I told you so, well, let's go, you know, do it. And communicating with the whole world through the computer, I think. Yeah, yeah.
And it's a long time, of course, since the Beatles were together, and yet no one has ever been able to do that extraordinary range that they managed to achieve.
Well, particularly John was really like a Renaissance man.
And what's the other project on your mind?
Oh, well, I think that this year is John's 70th, so I'm concentrating on this particular project, which is a very big project that EMI is doing of John's music.
Yes.
And that's all going to come out. But strangely, before I even noticed that it was the 70th birthday year.
And the 30th anniversary of his death, of course.
Yes, yes, of course. Yes. So people from all over the world and all corners of the world started to write to me saying, this is his 70th, and we are intending to celebrate it this way. And they're all celebrating in their own ways. And I was so amazed, but I felt very good about that, of course.
And how will you yourself mark the event? Bittersweet.
Well, yes, and, you know, well, sweet. I think it's, for me, it's a natural thing to do because we were partners, and I feel that we are still partners.
Yeah, you still feel a connection.
Connection? Well, yes. We're together still.
You're together still. Yoko Ono, thank you very much indeed for joining us.
Thank you.
Yoko Ono. Well, if Liverpool